Worst part about this hotel is that it had a sarcastic slogan. It's your holiday. As if they're trying to blame you for how bad the hotel is. Pardon me, why is there a homeless man showering in my toilet? Well, it's your holiday. So when I arrived, checked in, I took my bags, I put them by my bed, and I went into the bathroom because I had a poop on deck that could have ruined a birthday party. Here's what happens. You see, in Canada, we have, for breakfast, things available like bananas, yogurt, berries, oatmeal. In England, breakfast is a loaf of bread baked inside of a pig's head. And it's left in the sun for a day, and an old woman comes up to you on the street and shoves it in your face. And when you're done crying, you're done eating. So when I arrived, I had a good 30 seconds before I was redecorating my room in a festive brown. So I leaped upon the toilet. I sit down when I do that. I'm old school. I know a lot of you posh Torontonians will be walking around Yorkdale later. You have to get to a party, so you do it standing up like a horse. Not yet. Go. Hop! Not me. I'm old school. So I sit down on the toity and wait for the decisive clang noise so I know I'm done. And I heard it, and I realized I gotta get this away from me as fast as possible because I could feel the smell on my legs. You weren't there, though. When every time I say that line, I can still smell it and feel it on my legs. So now, flushing a toilet in the United Kingdom is not as easy as just reaching over and hitting the lever. They move it around the room in the worst game of hide and seek I've ever discovered. Sometimes it's behind you, sometimes it's a blue button on the wall. That's fun. You hit it, you'll bombs away, kick your legs up. It's great. Or sometimes it's a rope. And in this case, I had 2 ropes to choose from. One was a white rope, and one was a red rope. And I figured, well, I've created something dangerous. I'm gonna go with the red rope. Something I learned later. In Wales, they've been having a series of rapes and murders in hotel rooms. So much so, they've had to install alarms, which will alert the front desk staff if anything is occurring. For those of you who haven't figured it out, the alarm is a red rope conveniently placed in the bathroom. And there was no marking like, rape alarm, don't touch. There wasn't a picture of a man with a beard lunging at a woman with an X through it. There was nothing. This is a country that bronzed a plaque to explain that a blue door used to be red, and they don't mark the rape alarms. So there I am, tugging on a rape alarm for what must have been 4 minutes, when suddenly I heard a loud knocking at my hotel room door. What is going on in there? Now, I'm facing a plumbing emergency. The toilet isn't flushing. And in those situations, I tend to get a little curt. So I respond with, "What the fuck do you think is going on in here?" I didn't have all the information at the time. He responds, "Well, sir, you should stop it." I didn't know what that meant at the time. And sometimes words just fall out of my head. So I said, "Well, I can't stop once I've started. I'm a man." I then stood up, and the toilet flushed automatically. I walked to the hotel room door. I opened the door, and there was the most frightened hotel employee I've ever seen in my entire life. He's looking up at me with eyes that are dewy. And he says, "Sir, I don't know how to say this, so I'm just gonna say it. Did you just rape someone?" And I don't know why, but I responded with, "Well, it's my holiday."